Up, we got some smoke here. Dramatic effect. That's the MT-15 coming out, nice and slow. More dramatic angles with the rider and the helmet walking this time. Let's get rid of this commercial tab here. MT-15. Nice. Rider riding on it. Okay. Up, we got the Bulati letters right here. It's a Thai commercial. You know, the Thai, they always get first dibs on the bikes. Lucky them. Let's look at this one now. Oh, that's pretty cool. Holy crap, 6 million views for this one. 6.3 million views. Wow. So they call this the dark side. I'm trying to understand why they call it the dark side, but based on this commercial, you can see it's not really evil per se, but I would say maybe a rebellious, playful nature to the bike. Right? It's a cool commercial. Yeah, you know what? Ironically, I don't really watch reviews online. That's why we did Machina, so we can do our own. Let's do this.
The MT series. MT stands for Master of Torque. They come in all sorts of shapes and power, from the MT125, the MT03, 07, 09, and 10. What we have is the recently launched MT15. The MT series is a two-wheeled representation of the dark side of Japan. The country has many faces. The dark side of Japan is its more cryptic and ambiguous facet. Yamaha brings this mood to the MT series, and it is seen in their design and felt through its visual energy. It's a dark aspect from a subculture of Japan that continues to resonate to this day. This is the deviant side of motorcycle riding. The engine is the same as the R15, 155 cc's with VVA or variable valve actuation, which means good power spread and torque from low to mid-range RPM. It's also got a slipper clutch. Guys, for this segment, I'm like, wow. You usually find this only in bigger bikes, but they put it here. The slipper clutch helps you prevent real wheel lock, or when the engine goes when you do sudden downshifts from high RPMs or high gears, right? So with other bikes, that will make the rear wheel lock and you're gonna skid. So the slipper clutch helps prevent that. Horsepower is at 14.2 kW at 10,000 RPM. Maximum torque is at 14.7 N at 8,500 RPM. It is electric start, it's 6-speed, it's fuel injected with a tank capacity of 10 liters, with LED lights all the way. The MT15 has a delta box frame, which means excellent rigidity and balance, which directly benefits its handling. Alongside the lighter wheel and rake angle, this made the bike very eager in the corners. Para siyang ganado parating lumiko.
Alright, so in typical MT fashion, I remember my friend's MT-07, I tried it, and I always felt that the rake or the angle of the fork, the rake is pretty steep. The steeper you go translates to sharp handling. So this little MT-15 is responding magnificently. Is it like the TFX? No, it's something different. By comparison, as I remember, the TFX could be construed as a bit heavier maybe. I don't know if it's because of the rake angle. This is an urban killer, I'm telling you.
Gas consumption. The MT15 gave me an impressive 48.465 kpl. That's walang pakimod. I wasn't really conscious, I wasn't making tipid, and I was just like riding it like I didn't really care. Very nice. This means it's not just a bike that looks killer, it's a bike with a modern engine that screams performance with frugality.
This is such a smart looking bike. And look at it. Yamaha was one of the first to really go aggressive with paint schemes. Remember before the first releases of the MT series, it was gray and neon green. Now they're doing this like matte silver look with, this is not red in the family of red, but I don't know what you call it. It's like semi-gloss, semi-not gloss, pastel red. And that in Q with that little sign over there, MT15. It's those little cues that just make things pop. Color placement is everything in a bike. Silver there, black trim, pastel red there, pastel red there. This is the chassis already, which is cool. I mean, 150cc, pero tignan mo naman yung chassis, diba? Solid. Even those little gaps, I think, but may gap, but it's part of the design. It just works. The face is just screaming MT series. Look at that. Projector light here. Cool. Intake. Nice cues. Radiator. Inverted forks, I mean, cool. Let's take a look at the gauge. Pardon the dust. Let me wipe that out. Let me show you around. Trip 1, trip 2. Clock. Pretty good. Gear indicator. This is my average speed. 34 kilometers an hour. Realities of riding the metro. Speedometer. So it's select, reset. That's it. Clean, sleek. Sits there. Works. How to turn this thing on? Won't turn on while I am in gear. Aha! So they didn't incorporate the whole safety thing with the side stand. It would have been cool if that was like the NMAX for safety. But anyway. Ooh, saw that? The VVA lights up. When you reach around 7,000 RPM. And I don't know if you can hear it. You can hear a little tick sound when it hits 7,000 RPM. I'm digging on how it sounds. What I'm digging here too is how this thing can behave like some sort of grab bar of sorts under the seats. Choink! At first I was trying to figure things out. How do you open the seats? And you know, I don't like reading manuals. That's where the seat keyhole is. To the left, to the left, to the left. Can't put much in here. Don't worry, that's not what this bike is about. Air filter. You know, MT series. Look at how it's done. Right? Yeah, you can't put something in there. But I wouldn't. Yeah, just buy a box or bring a knapsack. Yun ang solusyon. So this is the material that I like. I mentioned this in my little NMAX feature. Not shiny, matte. A bit rough, but not too rough. It's like imitating animal skin. No, it's just proper seat cover. Seat-wise, it's not going to be on the touring side of things in that sense. This is a bike that is sporty and aggressive. Thickness of the foam varies across the seat. You have more foam over here. And then as you go to the sides over here, there's practically nothing, thins out. And then over for your, I don't know, the tailbone of your spine, you got generous foam over here. See how that just goes down? Here hardly. So it's not plank level like some other bikes, especially those dirt bikes. It's practically no foam over there. Well, people are standing up most of the time anyway when they're doing hardcore off-road, that is. It's not plank level, but it neither is gonna be touring level seat comfort like the X-Max or N-Max. So you know what you're getting yourself into.
It would have been cool though if the MT15 had dual-channel ABS, but kompleto na talaga, right? Unfortunately, our version here in the Philippines didn't have them. We just have 2 disc brakes, front and rear. Otherwise, it had more than decent braking power. Just make sure you give yourself ample riding time to get used to them so you can study the skidding points.
Brakes, clear, bikes. Brakes. Pretty good stopping back. But the rear,
The MT-15 plays a pivotal role in the Yamaha scheme of things. It can be looked at as a transitional bike from those wanting to move from an automatic, like an NMAX or a Mio, to a manual with looks to make even the stiffest of necks turn. It can also be looked at as an invitation for first-time riders to jump into something that looks so cool already. It's performing well and very easy to ride. Yamaha has been doing really good as of late. They have been positioning themselves for the #1 slot in moto sales this year. You can see how they can achieve this with all these awesome products they're producing. I mean, people are just loving what they're coming out with. The MT series is unlike any other out there. It's distinctly Yamaha mentality all the way. They try to innovate, they set trends, and 159,000 pesos gets this in your garage. Sabi nila, di daw nabibili ang kapugian. Well, here you go, the MT-15. This is Zach for Makina Moto Features. Ciao. The Makina Moto Show, featuring the Big Bike Expo and Moto Builds Pilipinas 2019, June 15 and 16 at the SMX Convention Center, Manila. See you there.